Okay, so we are multiplying fractions in this video. And our problem reads, to shade 3/4 of a rectangle and then cut out half of the colored parts and then determine what fraction of the rectangle is cut out. So here we have our rectangle with our 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the reason why we put it into 4 parts is because that's the denominator in our fraction. So we know there's 4 total parts available. The directions say to shade in 3 of those 4. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. 3/4 is now shaded in. Next it says to cut out 1/2 of the shaded parts. So what we do is we will look at the whole and then we're going to actually divide the whole rectangle in half like that. And it's asking us to cut out half of the shaded part. So this whole section here is what we have to cut out. And once we do that, we get the result of this. So now from this drawing, we can determine what 1/2 of 3/4 is. Okay? And if you notice, we established our algorithm here with 1/2 of 3/4. Well, if we remember that when we see the word of and we're dealing with fractions, usually that's going to represent multiplication. So we can replace the word of with the multiplication symbol, and we now get 1/2 times 3/4. Then, using the rules of multiplying fractions, we multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8, and we have an answer of 3/8. Now, that's of course using the algorithm, but we could also refer back to our picture up above. So let's do this in green. Okay, we had 3/4. We took out a half because we had to cut that out. So now we are left with just this portion. So that portion represents how much of the entire rectangle? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 parts is what we used up, so that becomes our numerator. And then I will go here in blue, and our denominator represents the total parts available. Remember, in a fraction, the denominator represents the total parts available. So we count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total parts available. And we have an answer of 3/8, which matches our algorithm. Okay? So, using pictures, we can understand why when you have a fraction of another fraction that you use multiplication. But the shortcut, of course, is to use the algorithm because that's going to get you the answer much faster. Okay? Now it's time to try some problems on your own. Go ahead and write these problems down and then solve them on a separate sheet of paper, and we will go over them in class.